Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank, you are listening, caring partner.
Would you risk it all to pursue a burning passion that refuses to be quenched in employment? You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Entrepreneurs are risk takers. They jump off their comfort zone, bury their fears, and expose their talents. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Our guest today is Frida Njama. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Frida, you've done just that. You have worked for 23 years in one company. And then all of a sudden, you jumped off your wagon. How did you do that?
I must admit it wasn't an easy decision to make. I battled with it for some time, but there comes a time when you really have to pursue a passion. As we grew up, we were told, go to school, do law, do whatever else, and be employed. We were never encouraged to pursue our so-called hobbies. They were really hobbies, but we can see today that those things we called hobbies are what people are using as careers, and they're making money. We have many examples in our society. So for as long as I had worked in one company in the courier industry, I knew my passion was in creativity, in art. I did people's homes. I did lots of things, cards, but I never thought that would be an income generator for me. I saw it as a hobby.
So what happened after 23 years?
I was uncomfortable, uneasy, dissatisfied, and I really needed to pursue that thing inside of me that needed to be done. And, after 23 years, it wasn't really planned. It was something I had thought through it.
So your company is called?
It's called The Creative Room. And inside of that creative room, there are many compartments, and one of them is the extraordinary gifts.
So how long have you been doing this?
This June will be 1 year.
People wait for their handshake on the 25th year. You didn't want to wait an extra 2 years. At least get that golden watch.
That was my plan, actually.
Okay.
I am a mother of 2 sons who are in university. And I was thinking, by the time I'm 25, I've done my 25 years in DHL. I'll have educated them. They'll be out of college. They will then have their own jobs. Then with my beautiful handshake, I'll then be able to do stuff I would take the risk then.
That's the norm.
Yeah.
So how do you, on the eve, how do you decide?
As I said, there was that thing inside of me that got to a place I was just not fulfilled. And there was this calling in my spirit to do other things, and this gift thing, I had started doing it. And I'll tell my customers, really, that I only work during weekends. You can only give me your orders. I do them during the weekend, then, deliver them during the weekend. Because during the week, I have a full-time job. But it became overwhelming because I'd have 10 orders during the weekend. There's nothing else I'm doing. And I was enjoying it. Oh. That was what really...
you wanted to do.
Yeah. It just felt right. Although I was working long hours, I'd leave work on Friday, do the shopping, and then come home. Saturday, I'm working until midnight. Sunday, I'm still working on these orders. But I wasn't grumbling. I was enjoying it. So that really, I realized this is actually what I really love doing.
Now you've walked out of a company that has been your comfort zone. How do you now engage into this new unknown area of your life?
Fortunately for me, I had a lot of contacts. I was in sales and marketing. I knew a lot of people. I still do. I had great relationships with them. So those were my target group. I decided I am a sales and marketing professional. I will continue doing that. This time I'll be selling the idea of gifts instead of courier. So that's what I did. I sat, took my business cards, wrote emails, called people, and really that's what happened. They started asking me what, we are having a corporate function, we need gifts for the guest of honor. Really that's what happened.
So that's how you opened up your marketing.
Yes.
So are you still doing that? How do you market your company?
I still talk to friends and family and a lot of referrals. The people who I've worked with, they talk about me to their friends and family. So that has been good. And people who I knew throughout, my career, they still talk to me because they trust me. It's about trust. People will buy from people they trust and know. So that has really helped me because of the groundwork I've done in the past. And I'm grateful for the experience because through my former employer, I have been able to have great relationships. I've known many people. And because of the brand that I was selling at the time, they knew I was good. So I've carried it on.
Frida, you've talked about the brand. Huh?
Yeah.
We need to take a break, but when we come back, you'll continue with that story. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Don't go away, there's more to Frida's story.
Equity Bank has made paying taxes easier and more convenient for you. With your e-slip from KRA, you can now pay your taxes at any Equity branch countrywide. Take advantage of our extensive network of branches across the country to pay your taxes today.
You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business, where our goal is to help you succeed in your business. We're talking to Frida, and your brand is very interesting. It's about gifts. Tell us about that special, extraordinary gift that you give out.
Our tagline is ordinary gifts expressed extraordinarily. Wow. And what we encourage our customers is to give gifts that touch the person you're giving. We usually do very generic gifts. You go to a wedding, you get glasses, you get all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the receiver won't even remember who gave them that gift.
Because they're all pretty much the same.
Exactly.
So where do we find your gifts? Are they in the supermarket?
No, they're not. I usually sit with the customer, get to know their relationship with the person they're giving the gift. What do they want to express to this person? And what are the passions of the person who is receiving the gift? So we make a gift that is geared towards that person. They will appreciate it.
So you have personalized gifts, and what other gifts do you also give out?
I also do favors for weddings. For the couple, they decide what their theme is, then I can do the favors for them. And also for baby showers and bridal showers. So I incorporate all that because it's all part of giving.
You must be very innovative to come up with all sorts of gifts.
I always tell my family and friends, people think you're trained in it, but we are an expression of God. We express the different sides of Him. So I say I'm the creative side of God.
Okay, but having started your company, I'm just imagining leaving a company after 23 years. How was the reaction around you? What were people saying to you? Were you encouraged, discouraged?
There are those who felt they needed to be kind to me. They thought, oh, were you sacked? How dare you? But, and then there are those who really encouraged me. and I'm grateful for that. But generally, the vibes around me were not very exciting.
So tell us about now your company. Do you work with other people? How many employees do you have?
I usually, when I have a lot of work, I have sourced people who are very innovative, who we are on the same page. You know, employment is just not about, and especially in creativity, you need people who are on the same page with you, who can feel you. So yes, I have found people who I can work with when I have a lot of work, especially during Christmas time, Mother's Day, Valentine's. I have people that have the same feel. So I employ them for that season, and when another opportunity comes, I also employ them. So I engage my children also, who I try to nurture the creative side of them. But sometimes it can be difficult with young adults.
Young adults. Yeah. Okay. Tell us about where you got your capital. You know, most people are waiting for their, retirement, get that handshake, and then start their companies. But you jumped out after 23 years. Tell us about where you got it. Or had you prepared for yourself?
I had a little savings. Even after I left employment, it took some time before they paid me my dues. I think about quite some time, maybe 3 months. So, but I needed to generate income. So I used the little. Actually, and I had like 50,000, which I could play around with, and that's all I started with. So then I registered the company, buy ETR machine. I had already invested in a laptop. I needed a printer and little things that make it comfortable for you to do things. Yeah. So I spent initially about 50K. Most
entrepreneurs do experience challenges in their companies. What are some of them that you've experienced and have overcome?
That's true. There are quite a number of challenges. My biggest one really was suppliers. In my type of business, to be able to have a really nice gift, you need nice ribbons, which were not available locally. Especially, those decorative ribbons. You'll get the one color ribbon. So I had to start sourcing outside the country. And most of the time I asked my family and friends who are traveling, they know my passion. They just buy them and bring them. But I realized that wasn't reliable enough. So I just have suppliers off the net, and I just use a courier company to bring them in. So I resolved that in that way, because in the beginning I didn't know how to do that.
What about customers? Do you get enough customers?
It's a challenge sometimes because really, as I said, we've lost the culture of giving gifts. But what I do is like, I have a social media page. I talk to my customers and tell them, gift giving is not just about buying. You can write a nice note of Thanksgiving to a friend, offer to do something. Some of the gifts I give are towels, which I then need embroidered with the name of the person who's receiving the gift. And I was dependent on tailors, who really, we were not communicating per se. There was an emergency on my side. I have a gift to deliver, but the tailor doesn't see my emergency. So I realized this is going to challenge me. So I chose to go to school and learn how to do embroidery. So I went to school for 3 months, for 3 hours every day. Okay. And I resolved that. I got myself a machine. I do it myself.
So what about payments from customers? Do they pay on time? How do you ensure that, as you deliver, that you'll actually get your money?
You work with trust most of the time, because there are people you know, and they've been referred by people who know you, and a lot of it is trust. Individuals, I encourage them to give me a deposit for commitment, because sometimes, you can order a gift and tell me, tomorrow I don't need it. For corporates, it varies. But obviously, most corporates want credit terms of 60 days, 30 days, and which I have no problem with. But I'm grateful for the training I got too, because if I'm going to invest my money to do your job, then you have to give me some interest on my money. So if you're going to give me 30 days, 60 days, then there's an interest to be paid on that money.
Okay. Frida, your story is so inspiring. You know, there are people who probably, well, like you know, stuck in a job for probably even beyond your 23 years, and they've been planning to move on, to get off and jump off that box. How would you advise them? What should they do or start doing now?
When you have a passion, it just burns inside of you. It's a driving force. So, and it's thrilling. You take risks. I love that, you know, in the corporate world, there's organized. I'm not a structured person. I like spontaneity. So that for me was really a plus. Even today, when I have suppliers who want to do things structured, they frustrate me. So it's scary, for real. However, when you get out there, you realize it's not so bad after all. I can do this. You get out of your comfort zone. There's some rejuvenation.
I like how you said it's not that bad after all. Yeah. Thank you so much, Frida, for for sharing your story. I'm sure a lot of people are encouraged. In watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. And remember, success is always waiting for you. You are the one delaying to take action. God bless.
Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.